Hey, Rob here at the Pendergrass Academy of Martial Arts right here in Wake Forest. In light of some current events that have been going on, there's been a suspicious van, a gray and silver van that's been driving around some neighborhoods. Um, uh, s- um, Hey, Rob here, one of the co-owners and instructors here at the Pendergrass Academy of Martial Arts right here in Wake Forest. In light of a current event that's been going on, there's been a suspicious van driving around some of the neighborhoods, gray and silver, that has been reported at trying to abduct kids, or talking to kids at least. So that's what the suspicion is. I wanted to take the opportunity to, this is a great, even though it's a bad situation, it's a great opportunity when things like this happen, to sit down with your child and, just kind of go over some simple tips, some safety tips as far as, what to do if it were them in that situation, how would they handle that? So I wanted to go over three really simple tips. We go over quite a bit of stuff here at the Academy when it comes to bully prevention, street smarts. So I wanted to share just a little bit of some of the things that we share with our own students here. And again, just want to give three really quick tips that you could use with your child, sit down with them tonight, and just kind of, even when you're just eating dinner, just kind of say, hey, what would you do in that situation? Maybe talk about the event, depending on their age and, maturity level and whatnot. Tip one, basically, just educating them on what types of things would someone say if they were to approach them. Anything from, hey, buddy, can you help me? I've lost my puppy. Can you help me find them? Or I've got the newest Xbox game. Do you want to come into my house and play that? There's many things that someone can say to try to lure them, either to their vehicle, into their home. Just them knowing what are those kind of things they're going to say, they'll know what to look out for. And for them to know that, hey, just simply say as a response, hey, no thanks, or I need to ask my mom and dad first, and then, just have them, take off in the opposite direction, take off running if they need to. The point is for them to know what kind of common things would be said and how should they respond to those situations. Be very specific. So, and the other thing that's really important, especially in the case of if someone pulls up in a vehicle, tell them, look, take off. If the vehicle's going this way, they need to take off in the opposite direction. If anything, it makes it harder. If it is indeed a perpetrator who is trying to abduct them, it would make it that much more difficult for them to do so. All right. Tip two is to come up with what we call a safe word. Another thing that could be commonly said is, especially for abductors who are in a community and are taking their time and they're watching the behaviors of families, of kids, they may approach a child. It could be at school. It could be on their way if they're walking home. They could pull up and say, hey, your dad, they told me to pick you up today. He was in an accident, or he's running late from work. If you guys come up with a safe word, it could be it could be silly, it could be funny. Any safe word is only shared between you and your child. And then in the event of situations, the parent can share that with someone else that they trust to pick their child up, and the child can say, hey, what's the safe word? And if that person doesn't know the safe word, they do not go with them. All right, so that's just another kind of simple tip that we give our students here. The last tip is for them to know that, look, hey, never go into a stranger's house, never go into someone's car. Even if it's someone they see all the time, it could be a person down the street that they've seen for years. And just because you see someone on a regular basis doesn't mean that's someone you can trust or know that's safe. All right, so again, hey, my mom or dad, I need to ask them first before I can come into your home. So kids, never go into a house, never go into a home or a car without your parents' permission. Just knowing those three simple tips, I think will really help. So I hope this does help. I hope you do sit down, take time, even if it's over dinner and casual conversation. Talk about, hey, have you heard about what's been going on? Kids may have been talking about it in school already. Use the opportunity to just go over these really three simple tips, and we hope it helps. If it does, please let us know.